Hey guys, what's up? It's Frank here from Altcoin Buzz. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever in the world you find yourself. So today we are looking at Atom USDT, otherwise known as Cosmos. And of course, although we have seen this monumental dump since the all-time high, we are always on the lookout for reversals. Why? Because the long-term trend is clear with cryptocurrencies, and therefore we are looking for signs that we are potentially reversing. And that is exactly what I'm going to show you today. All the signs that Atom USDT is likely reversing. So stick around until the end of the video to see where the next targets would be, the next price targets would be that you could expect to reach over the coming weeks if you were to enter a long trade. Now, for those of you who don't know, Altcoin Buzz is first and foremost a crypto investment research company, and we have been providing you numerous 100x returns since 2017. So if you want to get in on that action, join our Altcoin Buzz Access group, where we document up-to-date research covering undervalued altcoin gems, NFT minting opportunities, and our portfolio strategies. Also, don't forget that we have just 1 day left now on this Altcoin Buzz exclusive promotion with Mexi Global. $6,699 worth of money up for grabs, including a $99 Altcoin Buzz Access Pro membership completely for free. All you have to do is sign up on the exchange and trade and fund the account and follow the terms and conditions, and you have a chance to win all of these goodies. So click the link up above or in the pinned comment section down below. Also, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any future updates. And finally, please note that none of this is financial advice. Okay, so starting here on the 3-day time frame for Atom USDT, we're seeing many of the same signs that we actually saw for Polkadot in yesterday's video. Two of those being the bullish divergence on the RSI, with a higher high on the RSI and a lower low on price, and a lower low on the histogram, which normally would coincide with a higher low in price, but instead coincides with a lower low in price. So again, this is a powerful bullish divergence. And again, this is the 3-day time frame. So it is worthy to note that this plays a much bigger role than it would if it was on the smaller time frames. Also, of course, we have the bullish divergence here on the MACD. Again, a very good sign, especially on these larger time frames. We have a very clear breakthrough here, not like back here in July where we just had a sort of small move up and then immediately retraced. This seems like it's more decisive. As you can see, we have almost a vertical move up on the blue line here. And then, of course, just as with Polkadot, we are above an important support, that being the $5.55 level. You can see that we had plenty of volume in the past at this level, plenty of price action. It would be very, very surprising if we just sliced right through that support. That being said, we could potentially see a new lower low below that. So for that purpose, let's look at the support levels. So in order to get the most immediate support, I'm going to use a Fibonacci extension of this move up. And based on this, we could say that there's potential to find support at the 618. However, we can see that there is market structure directly below that. So I'm going to place the potential support here at the $6.62 level. The next support, of course, would be the previous low of the $5.55 level. But if we break that, my guess the next support would be this level of the $4.75 level. And the reason for that being that, again, we have so much history at this price point, so much time spent fighting over this price point in the past. So it's very unlikely that we just break right through it. And if we do, then yeah, that's definitely not a good sign for Atom USDT. But as mentioned, we saw these powerful bullish divergences. So I think it's somewhat more likely that we actually don't see a new lower low, or that even if we do, as I mentioned, it won't be all that much lower. $4.75 I think would be probably the all-time low if we were to see a new low after this. Now, that being said, on the 4-hour time frame, we are seeing, unfortunately, a somewhat bearish occurrence here, and that is shown by the Bollinger Bands. So you can see that we had a contraction of these Bollinger Bands, which usually means that there's going to be a more powerful move in one direction or the other. And unfortunately, we had these 4-hour candles breaking below it. So my guess is that we will actually see further downward price action before we see a move up. And of course, we also have this parallel channel down here from which we have found resistance, and we are closer to the resistance than we are to the support. So again, my guess is that we will actually see a little bit more downwards price action, but that we are very unlikely to break the $4.75 level. Now, if you're a bull, there are more good signs that we are in for a potential reversal. Here, looking at Atom BTC on the 3-day chart, we are seeing solid volume over 4 candles here. So really a very good sign that we have a potential for a reversal, not just on Atom USDT, but also on Atom BTC. And also one of my fellow traders here mentioned that we have a bullish harmonic pattern. This is basically where you have 2 highs, and then you have a low which is lower than the previous low, and this is often a sign that we have actually bottomed out. So if you were to enter a long trade here, what would be the potential resistances that you would be watching out for? Well, first of all, the first major resistance to break before we can really have confidence that we're going to have a move up from here is the $8.74 level. That's previous double top on the 4-hour, and breaking that would also break this downward parallel channel. Then if we break that, the good thing about these explosive moves down is that they don't create much resistance or support on the way down. So that means there's usually somewhat of a liquidity gap. Now, the liquidity gap doesn't come until actually a little bit later. So the next major resistance would be actually at the $12.42 level. But then after that, if we break through that, there's no resistance, there's no major resistance until, again, if we just zoom out here and look at the volume profile here, it's a very reliable indicator of where we are likely to see resistance, and that is the $18.31 level. So if you were to enter a long trade here, of course, trade at your own discretion, we're talking about potentially a risk of, let's say, 37%, which actually is quite high, but then we have potential to make 140%. So that's 3.7 to 1 risk to reward ratio. That's why I think a lot of traders are paying attention now and are likely positioning themselves for entries over the coming days. So just to sum it up, the resistances are the $8.74 level, the $12.42 level, and the $18.31 level. And the supports are the $6.62 level, the $5.55 level, and the $4.75 level. All right, guys, that's been it from me for today. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out yesterday's video on Polkadot. I also have made some videos on trading tips. And of course, there's lots of other great videos here on Altcoin Buzz. So feel free to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, just 1 day left for our exclusive promotion on the MEXC Global Exchange. Lots of money up for grabs there. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.